I'm Jay, I'm an indie artist. This year I'm producing my own album, and this is me taking you behind the songs. I wrote Amy on guitar and it was fully formed before I brought it into Logic, and I really liked the way it sounded, and I knew I wanted to protect the acoustic guitar side of things. I wanted it to feel very dreamy and synth-led. So initially I started with just a kick and I made that follow the feel of the guitar. But that was like just too acoustic, so I went and looked for a synth that I thought might fit, and I really liked this one. It feels a bit tapey. I love like that white noise feel. I guess it sounds a little bit like the waves in the sea. That was it for like the verse, that was all I wanted. That verse guitar was just left and right, and then I brought in another one. The acoustic going da 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 da, and then there's, I think it's the Nashville string guitar sounding a bit higher over the top of it, just playing single chords. Here that drum there's a new drum that's a da 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 da. And then I added in an electric, which sounds pretty rubbish on its own, but I was treating this electric like it was a synth, so it was just the feel of it that I wanted. And together, that just made something. And then we're coming to the chorus. So for the chorus, I changed the drums, and this is the first time we get bass. So the drums before, they were doing bum, 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 and now they're doing bum, 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 with a shaker, and then just like an arpeggiated bass synth, and then this analog stack synth. So that's all going on underneath, which already sounds bigger at the chorus. So on the acoustics, I added a ba 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 da da bum ba ba da ba da ba, or kind of like that. So basically we have electric pan left and right doing rhythm and acoustic doing rhythm, and then another acoustic pan left and right doing a ba 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 ba, and together it all sounded like this. It just added more depth than the beginning. So that was the music. With the vocals, I very much wanted to not double track everything, especially at the beginning of the song. I wanted it to just be lead vocal on its own. So this first part, that's just one vocal. Then the first time we get any second vocals is at the pre-chorus, and it's just harmonies panned left and right. And then when we get the doubles is actually on the chorus. So here we have one lead vocal, harmonies panned left and right, and then the double also panned sound in the mix. I love when that hits, because it just feels so like, I feel like it's lifting me off the ground. I basically sum-tracked the harmonies and doubles, and then used Nectar 4 from Isotope and put the airy lead on all of them, which makes it sound like this. Amy walks right by, all the boys go, yeah, all the boys go, yeah, and that's sung, it's partly what we've put on it, the preset, but also I sang it to feel quite dreamy. So when Amy walks right by, all the boys go, yeah. So I wanted it to be really breathy and kind of push the air through my voice so that it sounds more dreamy and it sounds like ethereal. And then that plays really nicely against just quite a bright, raw lead vocal. I'm really pleased with the way it came out. When you isolate all the instruments, it's like, and then it just comes together and it creates the soundscape, the vibe of like beach and dream and nostalgia and the sun and the swimming pool. To me, it captures exactly what I wanted it to feel like. So I'm really happy with the way it came together.